So, this guitar is a 1964 Epiphone Cortez FT45N. It has a rosewood fingerboard. It has a spruce top, mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck. The original occlusion tuners. And if you notice you notice the headstock is black right here with this triangular shape. Now, many years ago, this guitar had a headstock break, which is common because if you look at the headstock, it is a pretty elongated shape. But it was repaired, I was told by my local music shop, it was repaired over 20 years ago. And it's stable, it's clean, it looks clean. It looks like the brake line, following my finger here, goes about in this region. Of course, there'll be some close-up photos that'll be uploaded into the video. It still has the original Epiphone sticker right here on the pick guard. Those are usually missing. A couple of other things on the back. I'll be once again getting some pictures up. There's a couple of little light blemishes. Being from 64, what is that? It's 52 years old. So, it's been around the block. It's definitely been around the block. But not in a negative way. Certainly not in a negative way. You'll hear in a second the tone this thing produces. The back of the neck joint on this instrument looks like it was re-glued at some point. It started to have a little bit of light pulling, and the luthier at the same time of the headstock repair did a re-glue, and it's stable. It's been in the same position. Once again, I was told by my music store, local music store, and they have a luthier equipped there. It's not just some monkey behind the counter, but yeah, they said this thing has been repaired and stabilized for many years. A couple of the things that are notable, it had a refret. It had a refret at some point in its life, and these frets still have a good amount of life. There's almost no fret wear. There's little tiny little marks. It looks like it was probably refretted, I don't know, 20 years ago by somebody who knew what they were doing. But it wasn't played too heavily since then. And down here, once again, I'll have some close-up photos. There is a light crack at the base of the pick guard here that extends backwards, and also there's just the usual light finish checking. So cool thing about this guitar, it was made in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It sounds phenomenal. It's definitely, your couch guitar, something you throw on your knee and give it a couple strums, laying back on a relaxing afternoon. This is built on the same workbench as the Gibsons from the 60s, so it has that Gibson Gibson soft-shouldered sound, the classic, iconic, like the melancholy acoustic tone, the cowboy guitar tone. So we'll do a little bit of playing here and just exemplify the sound of this guitar. So that was with a medium pick. We'll try it with just the fingers here. And we'll go back to the pick here for a second. So, one other thing that should be mentioned with this acoustic, you know, this video is being made for eBay, so people can get a closer look at the guitar that's being listed. Like I said, it had this headstock repair. Like I said, there will be photos, up close photos of what it looks like. There was a refret. And I'll get some pictures sighting down the neck, so you can see what you're looking at exactly. And you know, as the neck is reaching the body here, you know, there's probably about a millimeter drop from the 12th fret down to the very end of the fretboard here. I'll get some pictures of that. But right now it's set up with 13s on it, and you just listen to the wood on this guitar. Yeah, it's got great sustain. It's got 13s on it right now. And thing here with the pick, so you do get a little bit of a vibe. What the tones are like.